everyone, and welcome back to Little Busters. So, let's just jump right back in. I couldn't figure out how everyone else felt about it. What everyone else thought about it. I couldn't tell a thing from the tone of their voices. I didn't even know what Rin herself thought. Actually, Rin. Rin isn't cut out for this role. I thought little of what the others felt at that moment. I was acting like a selfish little brat. This is ridiculous. She's the least fitting for this role among us. She would always stand behind us. She only showed herself when she felt like it. She knows so little of the world. She's terrible at dealing with people. Why was she picked?
それは、この春までの話だろ。
Isn't that how she was until this spring? Hold on. Kyosuke, why are you saying it like that? It's like you want her to go.
落ち着け、リキ。そんなことは言っていない。俺は事実を言っただけだ。
Calm down, Riki. I never said that. I only told the truth.
それが事実だからこそ、俺ら方はリンを選んだんだろ。
That's the truth. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been chosen for this role, would she?
昔のままのリンだったら、選ばれてないさ。
Rin wouldn't have been chosen if she was still the same way she was before. Isn't it because we all helped her? We even practiced together.
そうだな。でも、結果を出したのはリンだ。
That's right. But it was she who produced the results.
リン自身なんだよ。
Rin herself, not anybody else.
それは俺たちのせいなの
Is
か。
that our fault?
俺たちは悪いことをしたのか。
Did we do something wrong? Hold on! I was bewildered. Why am I debating this with Kyosuke? Why is he interrogating me? This doesn't make any sense. That isn't where the issue lies. Rin, I pleaded to her. What do you think, Rin?
嫌だな。
I hate this idea! I was saved. Her words were like a balm to me. No matter what Kyosuke might say, if Rin herself opposed to the idea, no one would make her go by force. You should say no to them, Rin. Tell them you don't want to go anywhere.
もちろんそう言ってやっ
Of
た。
course, I already did! How did they answer?
もう少し時間をやるから、もっとよく考えてみてくれと言われた。
They told me I have some more time and urged me to think it through one more time.
だから、
So?
もっとよく考えてみることにした。
I decided to think it through one more time. I clutched my head with my hands. Was she ever the kind of person to think deeply about this kind of thing? She was always with us, always disobedient, always jumping to conclusions. This doesn't make any sense. Something has gone insane. No, not insane, the opposite. The pieces of the puzzle fit all too well. Something has changed Rin. And there's only one thing that could have done that. The letter that Lennon brought. That's where everything started, where things went wrong.
お前が悩んでどうするんだ、リキ。
There's no need for you to get worried, Riki. He put his hand on my head. That hand of his I could always rely on, now felt cold like that of a complete stranger.
リンはとりあえず保留にしたんだ。
Rin has put it on hold for the time being.
じゃあ、あとはリンが答えを出すまで待つしかないだ
Now
ろ。
we can only wait until she has her answer. What about everyone's feelings? I said, almost crying.
リンが聞きたければ聞くし、言いたいやつは言うさ。
If she wants to ask someone, she will. And if someone wants to tell her something, who's to stop them? Then, I too have to let her know my feelings. I'm going to tell her how I feel. I don't want to be separated from her. I want to spend our student lives together. I want her to be by my side. I will tell her everything that's on my mind. That was the beginning of my love. Masato wasn't here. He had left us alone together this evening.
リキは、私に言ってほしくない。そんな風に思ってる気がするんだが。
Riki, I have a
そうなの
feeling
か
that you don't want me to go. But do you really feel that way? Of course. You're my girlfriend. Of course I'd feel lonely if you were gone. She turned away from me in embarrassment.
慣れないな。
I'm not used to that. That's because we didn't have time to get used to it. We didn't have time to act like boyfriend and girlfriend. Now that the match is behind us, I thought so many things were going to happen.
これから、なんだ
What's going to happen? Like what? Do you want me to tell you?
興味はある
It
な。
does interest me. Who we're going to strengthen our relationship.
お前真顔だぞ。すごいな。
You have such a serious look on your face. Incredible. I say what needs to be said.
愛を深めていくのか。
Strengthen our relationship, huh?
リキと私の愛を。
Riki's and my relationship. Sorry guys, my Rin voice is completely gone. Ah. She cast down her eyes and turned red.
それはきっと楽しいんだろうな。
I'm sure it's going to be fun. I was happy to hear her say that. It reassured me of our relationship. There are great things waiting for us. They're going to continue forever and ever. That's why there's no reason for us to be separated. She worked so hard that she was even chosen as the representative of our school. Why wouldn't we be allowed to enjoy our student life together now? Rin.
なんだ
What? You've worked hard enough. I think you're fine as you are now. Just say no to them. Let's be together forever. She went into deep thought again.
リキがそこまで言うなら、そうだな。
Since you insist so much, I'll do that.
やめよ
I'll quit. Oh, thank God. She listened to my wishes.
う。で、
So, yeah?
どうやって深めていくんだ
How are we supposed to strengthen our relationship? Yeah? Well,
うん。
yeah? There's too much to list.
そんなにたくさんあるのか
Is there really that much? Of course.
いや
I see. She murmured to herself.
じゃあ、最初は何をする
So what's the first thing we should do? Huh? Right now?
もちろん、
Of
今から。
course, right now. Well, I frantically sought for an answer. Nothing that came to mind felt like an entirely good idea.
ん
Rin looked at me with her head cocked in puzzlement. What can we do right now? So, just what is it? The more I think about it, the more confused I become.
なんだ、ギブアップか。
Giving up already, huh? I'd hate to give up right now.
それは同感だな。
I feel the same way.
思いつくまで待ってる。
Let's wait until you can think of a good idea. Oh, okay. She went back to staring at me. Rin?
なんだ
What? Never mind. She was prepared to wait for as long as it took. In that case, I really have to think of something. I went back to thinking. I was feeling a bit pathetic. Boop-a-doops. The beeping of my cell phone's alarm informed me of the time. I'm starting to feel hungry. So am I, Riki. Oh gosh. My tummy is actually rumbling right now. Ah! Rin? She was fast asleep. Rin. When did she fall asleep? I really must have taken too long thinking. I'm sorry. I took a long look at her sleeping face. Her hair fluttered ever so slightly. I slowly reached out with my finger. At a few inches distance.
うん
Ugh. I halted my movements. I have to poke her cheek to wake her up. Look, she's going to catch a cold if I don't. Why was I looking for an excuse? But I did have to wake her up. That's why my fingers to her cheek. Then suddenly, she dropped her head. Oh, okay.
うん
Aw. She rubbed her eyes.
おはよ
Morning. Morning.
う。うん
Oh, she's too cute.
うん
She rested her chin on her hands again.
思いついたか
Thought of anything yet? Yeah,
言ってみろ
I'm all ears. I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. Yep. She nodded her head in assent. The cafeteria seems to still be open at this hour. We sat down at a table for two.
びっくり
What a surprise! Hey, my Rin voice is coming back. Yeah! Although it was open, there were only snacks left. Snacks and what looked like food supplements. Here you go, a sandwich. Thank you. I'm sorry, you already cleaned up the place. Oh, don't mention it. It can't be helped if you were feeling hungry. Well, I had to use the scraps to make them anyway. Leave the dishes on the tray after you wash them. She told us and disappeared into the kitchen.
まかないの具ってなんだ
Scraps? What was she talking about? Who knows? The bread was slightly toasted on the outside and had a pleasant brown tint. There's sunny side up eggs and ham cutlet inside, or scraps of them.
ほうれん草とマヨネーズ
Spinach and mayonnaise. A half of a teriyaki burger and a half of meat dumpling.
肉じゃがっぽ
A
い
steak, it seems. There were all kinds of mysterious things inside. Just what it said on the menu. Surprise sandwiches.
毎日違うんだろうな
They're probably different every day. Want to try it again tomorrow?
この時間お腹空いてたら
If I feel hungry at this time. Okay. Because it wasn't that crowded, I could catch snippets of conversations from the tables. We ended up focusing our attention on what the other people were talking about. The group over there has been pretty loud since a while ago.
すっごい元気な声だな
They sound really excited. I could hear things like, then you pitch, or catch the ball. Some club-related stuff, I guess?
それっぽいな
Seems like it. Listen, Rin. What? I made a suggestion to Rin, who was occupied with eating her sandwich. Want to try to guess what's going on over there?
唐突に始まったな
Where did that come from? Let's make a guess and then take a quick peek over there.
しょうもないな
All right then. You don't sound very excited.
うーん
Rin?
リキはどう思うあっちの元気な声のやつ
What do you think, Riki? About those excited voices over there? The freshman girls are talking to their seniors from the club, most likely because they're having a match between rookies soon. What about you, Rin?
逆だ
The opposite! The opposite?
語ってるのは2年女子1年の後輩に説教してる多分新人戦が近いから
The ones who are talking are the sophomores. Must be lecturing the first years, most likely because they're having a match between rookies soon. We had polar opinions on the matter.
じゃあ見てみよう
Alright, let's take a
せー
peek.
の
1, 2.
チラ
Peekaboo! No need to say peekaboo when you do that, Rin. I took a look as well. It was a short girl who was talking, gesturing fervently with her hands. So I was right after all.
うーん
Meanwhile, two other people got up from their seats and seemed to be discussing something. They seemed to be telling the male students to take care of the dishes. So that means... Please, take a seat, senpai, I heard someone say. Oh, you were right, Rin. But how did you figure it out?
なんとなく
I just took a wild guess. Really?
というのは嘘で呼び捨てにしてる感じがしたか
Or
ら
not, I think I heard that she was using honorifics. Huh. Did you?
先輩を呼び捨てにはしないだろう普通
You would normally use honorifics when talking to your senpai. Makes sense. I lost this round.
というわけでリキが残してる卵サンドゲッ
So
ト
that's why I'm taking your egg sandwich. Hey! It was so good that I had saved it for last. Did you realize that, Rin?
リキは好きなものは最後に残しておくタイプだな
You're the type to leave what you like best for last. She spoke in the same way as when talking to her cats.
食べておかないとこうなるんだぞ
That's what you get for not eating something when you have the chance. She flashed a mischievous grin as she sunk her teeth into the sandwich. Revenge! What? What should we do this time? There seems to be a group of girls all the way over there. Let's try to guess what they're up to this time.
リキはどう思う？
What do you think, Riki? I focused my hearing intently. It was as if I was telling myself, I won't lose this time, no matter what it takes. Sounds like they're discussing something.
そうだ
That's
ね。
right! The problem is, what exactly is it that they're discussing? It's a group, so it's probably some kind of team? I guess it has to be a club. I'm betting they lost a match recently and are now analyzing their mistakes.
私もそう思うな。
That's what I think as well! Well, looks like we agree on that. But there's no challenge like this. It's a volleyball club.
ソフ
A
ト部。
softball club! Our opinions diverged yet again. Why do you think it's a softball club?
なんかソフト部っぽい声だ
They
ろ。
have softball club-like voices! Huh, you think so? Actually, what kind of voice is that?
じゃあ見てみよう。せーの。
Alright, let's take a peek. 1, 2. Peekaboo! You really don't need to say peekaboo when you do that, Rin. I took a look as well. I can't tell. They're all wearing jerseys.
ズボンの裾の折り曲げ方に注目だ。
Pay attention to how they roll up their pants. Eh? Oh, you're right. Why do they only have their right side rolled up?
走った時に裾が引っかからないためらしい。
I heard it can get entangled when they run. Oh, you're right. The jersey does look pretty loose on some of the girls. She might have actually learned a thing or two.
と、笹瀬川ささみが言ってた。
Is what Sasasagawa Sasumi told me. Huh?
女子寮でも同じ格好してるからな。あいつ
They。wear the same clothes in the dorm. She was one step ahead of me information-wise. Another loss for me.
というわけで、
So I'm
リキが
taking
残している。
taking your... Feel free to pick either of them, Rin.
どっちもいらんな。
I want neither. It's your right as the winner, so you have to pick one.
勝者めんどいな。
Oh, it sucks to be the winner. A pickles and nothing else sandwich on one side. A radish and nothing else sandwich on the other.
じゃあ、和風ピクルスの方。
Okay, I'm taking the one with pickles. I knew you'd take that one.
たくあんよりマシ
It's
だ。
still better than radish. Ugh. In this fashion, we spent the rest of the day together. Wow. Good night, Rin.
おやすみ。
Good night! The sound of her bell echoed in the darkness, and she disappeared into the dorm. The classes were over for the day. What should I do today? I left the classroom and was headed in the opposite direction as usual. Rin! She emerged from the shadow of the staircase. It'd make a lot more sense if we just went out together. What with us being classmates?
はずいだろ。
It's too embarrassing! Well, you do have a point. That hadn't seemed like a problem so far, but it started bugging me now. I didn't even ask myself why. Perhaps that was just how it was meant to be.
今日はどうするんだ
What will we do today? Well, I'd like to know that myself. Like always, we hadn't given it any thought. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a book I want to buy. Will you go with me?
商店街へ行く
To
の
the
か
shopping district? Yeah. If there's something you need to buy, I'll help you too.
そうい
She started thinking.
えば、モンペチの新味が出ているかもしれない。
Now that I think of it, there might be a new flavor of Mon Petit out. In the pet shop?
大量に買うならそうだけど、新味は違うとこで買う。
That's where I go when I need to buy something in large quantities, but I know a different place for new flavors. Is it some good place only a select few know of? She nodded. Now that we've figured out a destination and purpose, shall we go? And so we hit the road. We were walking along the crowded street. I sometimes wonder whether we stand out from the people around us.
浮く？何が浮くんだ？
Stand out? Why would we? Like, we're in our school uniform. I wonder if we stick out too much.
どうだろう。
Beats me!
うーん。
She stopped in front of his shop window. But I am all out of time for this episode, guys. So, I hope that you liked it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!